Thank you for holding.
Good afternoon, BAYCORP Lorraine speaking.
Hi Lorraine, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Fantastic. My name is Mark, or commonly known as Mark. I've just got a phone call from one of your agents or representatives.
Someone who can help you.
Welcome to BAYCORP. Please be aware that this call may be monitored for quality purposes. Welcome to BAYCORP.
Hi, who's this I'm speaking to?
Speaking to Heather.
Hi Heather. I'm commonly known as Mark. I just received a phone call from one of your agents. I didn't catch the name at the time. Who hung up on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure why that may have happened. It may have been an error.
So she rang me up and wanted me to give her private details over the phone, and I'm curious as to why.
Well, we have to comply with the privacy law, so if we've got an outstanding account that we need to discuss, in order to make sure we're speaking to the right person, we need to verify for birth and address.
Yeah, but see, that was where the problem lied, because she was wanting me to identify as a person where I'm just a man. And I actually went online to legislation.gov.nz. I mean, I'm not legally trained, I don't speak legalese, I'm not a lawyer, I have nothing to do with the two-dimensional world, but what I found interesting was that I went online to looked up the Interpretation Act 1999, section 29, to find out what a person is. And, I mean, in New Zealand legislation, a person is one of three things. An unincorporated body, a body corporate, or a corporation sole, and I'm none of those three things. So,
What are you?
pardon?
What are you?
I'm just a man.
You're just a man.
Yeah, I mean, by nature I'm just a man, just like you're just a woman, no doubt.
So is a man not a person?
No?
You want me to look it up for you? What legislation are you looking at?
Sure, you go ahead, you look it up. You look up legislation.gov.nz. If you look up the Interpretation Act, section 29, it's the year in 1999, section 29, and you look up what a person is.
Right, 1 moment, please.
Great.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, thanks for holding with me. Okay, so you should proceed to have a look into the file. I'm not sure, what would you like me to refer to you as while we're having this conversation?
I'm commonly known as Mark or Dad, but as you're not one of my children, Mark's fine.
Okay, Mark will work for us. Would I be able to search your name to see if you're in our system?
Well, again, there's the issue. I'm not a you. I'm just I. I answer to me, myself, and I. Again, in my 3 years of researching different types of statutory laws and common law and legislature and all the rest of it, my understanding of what a you is...
Why say instead of you?
Well, just use English properly. Just as long as my name's at the start or the end of every sentence, that's fine.
Okay, you want your name to be at the start and the end of every sentence. Okay, Mark, so...
Thank you. See, you put Mark in there. Now I can respond to you.
Mark.
Yep. Sorry, was that you, Heather?
Yep, that's me, Mark.
Right, now, what would you like to know? Because I'm still curious as to why the girl rung up saying that she was from BAYCORP and then rudely hung up on me.
Okay, so let's have a look into your file, Mark. So, Mark, what was your last name, please?
I don't have a last name.
You don't have a last name?
No. Persons have last names, but I don't. I'm just a man.
have last names as well.
Do they? Are you saying that a man must have a last name?
In order to be registered in this country, yes.
To registered as what?
So when you're born, you have a birth certificate. When Mark is born, Mike has a birth certificate, and on that birth certificate you would have a full name, right?
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the birth certificate. That's not me. The birth certificate is a person. The birth certificate is an artificial person. It is a corporation soul. I am not a corporation soul. The birth certificate is an agreement. It is a contract between my parents and birth, deaths and marriages, I believe. It does not refer to me. It refers to capitis diminutio maxima.
Okay, please hold Mark.
Sure. So far we have BAYCORP telling us that a man must have a last name. That's from Heather.
Mark?
Pardon?
Mark, so I'm just finding it a little bit difficult to have this conversation because we have different views in life.
Well, I just have a different understanding than you do, clearly. That's all.
No, that's fine. I think you have a different understanding to several people.
No, well, see, the problem is I got it like a speed camera ticket 3 odd years ago, right? And I'd committed no wrong. I had done no harm, no loss, no fraud. And yet I still had to pay a ticket. And it turns out, because the driver's license is a contract, my person is then obliged to register a vehicle, or it's all legalese. We're all led to believe that we need a license to travel in New Zealand when we don't. Lawfully, a man can travel from point A to point B without a license. And, I get asked my date of birth a lot. I don't have a date of birth.
You don't have a date of birth?
No, I was born. I was a man. I'm born. Do you understand the difference between born and birthed? Because being born is when you are born into the world and become a living, breathing, sentient being in the three-dimensional form as a man or a woman, right? And then you've got the person. Now, the person is birthed. The person is a birth certificate. How can you talk to a fiction? I don't identify. I have lawful identity, I have a legal identity, and I have a citizenry. All three things are different states of my legal person. But I am a man by nature, first and foremost. Then I'm given names.
I'm arguing that you're a man by nature, but we're talking to you about your person
Okay, which person would that be?
in this country.
Which person? My natural person or the artificial person?
Well, in accordance with you, your artificial person.
Okay, so you want to talk to me about my artificial person. That's not mine. Are you asking me to commit fraud? Are you aware on the bottom of the birth certificate it states that it's not to be used as identity? That it is Crown copyrighted, owned by the Crown. If I identify as a person, I then become property of the Crown.
Okay.
So I'm not going to identify as a person, I'm just a man.
Okay, yeah, no, we're not arguing that you're just a man.
Okay, cool. But how can I speak for a two-dimensional fiction?
No. Okay, can we put our separate views aside about
Oh, of course we can, absolutely.
Yeah, and then just discuss the style that we need to discuss with you, and then move on. Is that okay?
If you're talking to you, I mean, I can't speak for you, I can only speak for myself. I don't associate with being called you.
I'm not I'm asking you, I'm asking Mark if that's okay with him.
It's fine with me, but again, it is my understanding that the word you is plural. It refers to the man and joinder between the man and the persons. I do not associate with being called you.
Now,
Pardon?
call you you. I said Mark, I didn't call you you.
Okay.
Okay, so Mark, would you be able to verify the full name, date of birth on your birth certificate, please?
Do I have the right to remain silent in this country? Because would that not be incriminating myself to commit fraud to say that I am something that I aren't?
What do you mean you're something that you aren't?
Well, you're asking me to identify or to give my person's details, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't identify as a person.
Well, you obviously signed up to this account as a person.
Who did?
You signed up to this account as a person.
You might have.
How do I call you mine? It's like third person.
Exactly. Are you getting the point now? Are you understanding that we live in a lawful world that is legally controlled? I, as a man, don't believe in letting two-dimensional pieces of paper tell me what to do. I build my own house. I do whatever I wish as a man. You may believe, and you are welcome to believe whatever you want to believe as a woman. And if you believe that you are a name and that if you register that name as a voter under New Zealand legislation, you must abide by all of their acts of legislation, fine. I'm just a man. I live lawfully under common law, and as far as I'm concerned, I've committed no harm, loss or fraud.
Yeah. Mike, so you, Mike lives lawfully as
Yep.
a man.
Yep.
You have obligations to other people when you enter into contracts with them.
Does you? Okay.
I mean, if Mark didn't want to do that, then he didn't have to do that.
Okay, and what man is coming? What man is coming forward to give verifiable proof that I signed up for anything? Do you have a verifiable third-party, impartial witness that I did what you are saying I did? You are stating that I signed up for something, so, and I mean you're only a third-party interloper. No offence to you, of course, Heather. I missed your job. Nothing personal, but I mean, BAYCORP is a third-party interloper. Do you have, the original note? Can you produce the original agreement? Do you have a witness that can verify in a court of record, a third-party impartial witness, everything that you are saying to me?
Yeah, I've got invoices.
You've got invoices. And what's an invoice? Do you have a man or a woman that will stand in a court of law and verify, not certify, verify, verbally say that they saw my man, me, physically sign something?
I think we're going to have to leave this conversation.
I think you're going to have to write whatever debt you have off, because you will not be getting any money out of me. New Zealand has not, no man or woman has had the ability to pay for anything since 1933 in New Zealand. All I can do is promise to pay.
This of your personal views, okay?
Yeah, well, all we can do is promise to pay in New Zealand. We run by, it's a debt-race society.
Okay, thanks for your time, Mark.
Thank you, Heather. You have a great day. You know this is being recorded, eh?
Yeah, of course, I don't mind that at all.
Cool. You look up on YouTube under the, I think the channel name is commonly known as Mark of the House of Keen. You will be on YouTube. Have a great day. Bye-bye.